If you're a channel subscriber, you'll know how much I love cheap old cars. And I own a lot of them, including this old Skoda, and now that one, the UK's cheapest Tesla, a Mitsubishi Delica, and a Volvo S80 with over 700,000 miles. And most of these cars have come close to being scrapped because once a vehicle hits a certain mileage, or if it's past its prime, owners get bored and upgrade them. But not me, I like old shit, so I set myself the challenge of saving a car from the scrapyard and taking it on one final adventure. So everybody, welcome to my new to me motor vehicle. This is it. It is a Skoda Fabia 1.9 PD Elegance, 100 horsepower. It is fantastic. And for this car, I paid £200. I saved it from the brink of extinction. Yes, that's right. This car was going to be scrapped. And I got contacted on Instagram by a lovely couple, Lauren and Miles, who said, please take Ralph on a final adventure, which is why you joined me here, Holyhead Port in Wales, and I'm about to jump onto a ferry and then go over to Dublin for 4 days of exploration. However, I'm not doing this trip alone.
This is my £150 Vauxhall Tigra 1800 Sport.
Before we talk about this though, shall we have a look at Ralph?
Yeah.
And the reason he is called Ralph is because the previous owner was called Ralph. So this car's got 100 horsepower and it has swathes of torque.
What's a swathe?
It's just lots. Ralph has done 230 something thousand miles. He's in fantastic fettle.
Really?
Yes. And I've driven this car already 300 miles. It has cruise control, Lecky front windows, and it also has heated seats. It is a fantastic car in every single way.
What is that?
Yeah, there's a little bit of bruising, but it's reliable and it also returns 55 mpg on the way here.
You quite like these cars.
I really like
You're quite
it.
fond
It's
of
so
these.
reliable. Like for under £500, there is nothing better than a PD powered Skoda. Literally nothing better.
So this is Tina the Tigra. It is, I think, quite rare, because
Right.
usually these are 1.4s, I think, but this is a 1.8 16 valve, which is the engine that you find in the Corsa SRI.
Wow.
Which is a sporty one. 5-speed manual gearbox.
Yeah.
It's got 120 something horsepower. Not
Yeah.
so much torque. It's more, you know, it's NA. It's like an E92 M3. You've got to rev it
Yeah.
to get the most out of
Sure.
the performance. But
Sure.
driving here, actually not too bad on fuel. And yeah, it's very comfortable. It has
Seats.
it's just two chairs.
Seats. Yeah.
It's got electric mirrors. It's got front windows, which
Yeah.
are also electronic. I've put an FM transmitter in it.
The most interesting thing about this car though isn't the engine or the fact that it says sport on the side, it's the fact that it's got a soft top, hard top, soft top roof.
We all know
Yeah.
that the spring/summer is approaching.
It's springing, yeah.
The weather is gorgeous.
It's
the
nice.
sky is blue.
Yeah.
It's very fresh.
So why have you still got the roof up?
I didn't want to get bored of it. You know, like you put the roof down, you're like, okay, I'm a bit done now.
Okay.
So I want to, you know, get over to our destination and then
enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, the journey here is just, you know what I mean.
Oh, no, I totally
You do know what I
understand
mean, don't you?
Okay, well, anyway, we're going to catch a ferry. We're going to go over to Dublin. We're going to have a bit of a night out, all right, explore. And then tomorrow morning, we are going to go to the most westerly point of Ireland and travel down to the most southerly point of Ireland, where we are going to test our fantastic should have been scrapped motor vehicles,
Yeah.
which we're very excited about. But for now, we're going to jump on a ferry. So here's a ferry.
Ferry. Great transition there.
And so we jumped on said ferry, enjoyed perfectly average food, watched pirates attempt to steal our cars, and celebrated their failure with an expensive beer. And while we're on the topic of the crossing, it's worth noting that the ferry typically takes 3.5 hours at a cost of around £380 per car, so it certainly ain't cheap. And once on the other side in Dublin, we then obeyed local law and headed to the nearest pub for a few glasses of coffee.
Well, Taylor, our 2 scrap ship boxes have actually made it to Dublin. How are you feeling?
I know, it's amazing. I'm feeling fresh as a daisy and excited for the day ahead. What about you?
I mean, Ralph, my little Fabia, is doing fantastically. Started on the button, everything works. This car is just an absolute trooper.
Yeah, same. Tina the Tigra was on the button this morning. She didn't miss a beat. Absolutely brilliant. It does smell a bit in here, I won't lie. Other than that, it's actually quite good.
And speaking of good, I'm here to remind you that if you want to buy yourself a good car, van or motorbike, always run a car vertical report on it first to ensure it's not been crashed, stolen or clocked. To give you guys an example of a good car vertical report, I have run the numbers on this BMW 640 and you can see green ticks for odometer, finance and damage that tells me and you that this car does not have a shady past. And now to give you guys an example of a car vertical report that would make me run many miles from this Volvo V90, we can see that we've got green ticks for odometer and finance, but an amber warning for theft and damage. And if we scroll down a little bit, we have some pictures here. You can see that the front near side has had quite a whack. And if we scroll down a little bit further, beware, the vehicle may be stolen. Currently wanted as stolen on the 30th of April 2021. So even though this car may have been fixed up and sold, you know because you ran a car vertical report that it wasn't only crashed, it was also nicked. So make sure you don't get stung when buying a used car, van or motorbike. Always run a car vertical report. What's more, you will get 20% off using the code AUTOALEX. Right then, back to the trip. All right, Taylor, you know you've been banging on about how powerful and rapid that your little shitbox is.
Yeah, it is a sport after all.
All right, well, let's put it to the test. All right, we're doing about 55 miles an hour. Get in fifth gear, and then we'll do a little pull up to like 65, 70. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, then. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, no, he's got me. No, look at the swell of torque. I am pulling away from me. I'm so swollen. Oh, bye-bye. This is good.
I got so excited, I swallowed some saliva, it went down the wrong hole, and now I've got Jesus Christ! Right, 55 again, but fourth gear. I need revolutions.
All right, then. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on!
Oh! No! Yeah! No! Come on, Ralph! No! No, pull it away! Yeah, I pulled away. Sorry again. That is 2-0 to Ralphie, baby.
I didn't floor it. I didn't want to embarrass you or the local community with all of my power.
With Ralph, my high mileage hero, proving that he still pulls like a train, we began our 220-mile journey southwest to get to our first driving destination.
We are now on our 4.5-hour journey to get to Dingle, which is the most westerly point of Ireland. And I, for one, am very excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited. The scenery actually at the moment is really nice, and the roads are fantastic. So I think this is going to be a really nice drive.
Would you believe it? It was exactly that, with stunning mountains, breathtaking views, and roads that were empty as far as the eye could see.
Wow. Look at this amazing view.
It is incredible. It's like a mixture of Scotland, Wales, America and bits of Europe. It's incredible.
We're currently on I think it's called the R576 or so. Amazing driving roads. I would say that our cars are in their elements, but the rear end on my poor Skoda Fabia is definitely struggling.
It looks absolutely outrageous, genuinely. That shock absorber, like the whole rear suspension is just bouncing away. It's ridiculous, and it lumbers and wobbles about, but there is, I don't know about you, there is an element of fun about driving a car like this that has no handling capabilities on roads like this.
Right, so while it's just you and I thought I would give you my opinions on this Skoda Fabia Estate 1.9 PD Elegance, and you know it's going to be good news because I love a PD, I love an old Skoda, I love a high mileage hero. It's a bit rattly, it sounds a bit like a tractor, yes, but it doesn't matter. It's lightweight, it's quite large, it's practical, and the great thing about this car is that I know 100% that it will get me to my destination and back.
So it's clear to see that I'm already very impressed with my £200 Fabia Elegance. But surely the Tigra would be the better car.
Well, let's be honest, it's a pretty shit car. It has a rubbish interior, it's not very nice to drive, it feels pretty numb, but it has got me here and it's allowed me to have great memories, enjoy this scenery, and it puts a smile on my face. So I've got to give it some respect for that.
And remember, both of these cars were going to be scrapped. And here he is, Ralph, in Ireland, living his best life. Absolutely love it.
With more miles and a blur of some of Ireland's finest driving roads under our belts, we continued into the darkness to get to Dingle.
So you join us on Thursday morning, the sun is shining, what a glorious start to the day.
It is wonderful, isn't it?
It's nice, isn't it? We stayed over at a place called Hillgrove Guest House last night. Very, very much recommend it. We are in a town called Dingle, which is almost the most westerly point of Ireland. What we're going to do is leave in our cars and remind everyone how many miles have we actually done so far.
We've done about 550 so far.
And we've had no breakdowns?
Not apart from my wipers, but they seem to have fixed themselves.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh my God, my wipers have completely packed up. I got to turn this around maybe so you guys can see this. What do I do with that?
Speaking of things fixing themselves as well, before I continue, this is Big Pete, our crew car, 197,000 miles or so?
Yeah, pretty much.
192
About that,
thousand miles. The boot stopped working. This morning, Taylor gets out, tries it, boot opens. So Big Pete fixes himself as well.
Speaking of boots, my boot also has stopped working because it's electric and doesn't work, and your boot has also stopped working.
No,
as
no,
well.
it never works. The button is completely missing, so the boot doesn't work. So yeah, when we get to customs and they say, can we have a look in your boot? We'll be like, no,
No.
no, you can't. Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
How have we come on a trip with 3 cars and none of the boots
It
open?
does seem too coincidental, doesn't it? Anyway, what we're going to be doing is, like I said, we are here in Dingle and we are going to travel west to the most westerly part of Ireland on a road called the Slee Head Drive, which apparently is one of the greatest driving roads in the whole of Ireland. We're going to loop round here, which will take about 45-50 minutes. Then we're going to head up the Connor Pass, which apparently is also a fantastic mountainous driving road, so we're very, very excited. These cars have got a lot to look forward to, and this is the main reason that we're here, to go from the most westerly point of Ireland to the most southerly point of Ireland.
Hopefully, if this weather stays nice, I might be able to get my top off.
I don't think anyone's ready for that.
I am.
And with that troubling thought now playing through everyone's imaginations, we headed out of Dingle's colourful streets and in the direction of the Atlantic coast and Slee Head Drive, which, as you're about to see, is a route you simply have to add to your driving bucket list.
Well, 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 Taylor, here we are on the Slee Head Drive, and if we look to our left, all we can see is the Atlantic Ocean. This is, and I know I'm saying it quite a lot on this trip, absolutely bloody spectacular.
It really is, and also what a glorious day for it. It's gorgeous sunshine, the temperature is fresh but it's about right, and it is unbelievable. This is such an amazing part of the world.
Let's pull over here and have a look, shall we? Wow!
Oh my God.
Look at that view. Well, this is one of the most spectacular scenes I've ever seen.
It really is, isn't it? I mean, just look at that.
It's absolutely incredible. And down there is the most westerly point of Ireland, which we're going to hit very, very soon. The sun is about to come out, and there's one thing that we've not seen of your motor vehicle, is there?
It's time to get my top off.
I don't know. I think that's a bit dodgy, mate.
There's a bit of a procedure to this.
Yeah.
This doesn't work, but
Right.
there's an emergency release. So
There's a theme here because mine also doesn't work.
if you lift that for me, I'm just going to pull that like that. Can you?
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. This is your car.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. This two-man job.
Oh my God, this
Yes,
is the heaviest
it's a
thing in
bit
the
heavy.
world.
So, and then
Jesus.
what I need to do is refer to my lever bar. And then I need to simply,
Ow.
right, and then we
Oh my,
simply
whoa.
do that.
Yeah.
And then I simply do that. Like that.
Yeah. Oh.
And then that. Oh my God. Can you?
Yeah.
We
That
need to
needs to
just
go-
line that. No.
Oh my God.
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's quite fiddly.
Right, my side's done.
Busted.
And then
Yeah.
you have to be incredibly strong for this. So let
Okay.
me just like that.
Yeah.
And then you simply. Voila.
Right, should we head that way?
Yeah.
Let's go. This is not good.
It's good.
Taylor's top now off and the sun shining bright, our little cars charged on towards Ireland's stunning westerly coastline.
All right then, go on Taylor, what are your first impressions of driving that little glorious Tigra shitbox with a roof down?
Do you know what? I'm actually enjoying this now. I'm really glad I'm in this. The sun is shining, the road is incredible, and I'm in a convertible. And when you put the roof down on a convertible, nothing else matters. This is fabulous.
Do you know what? For the first time, genuinely, I'm jealous that I'm not in your little Tigra, because with the roof down, you can enjoy so much more of this stunning, stunning scenery. This genuinely is breathtaking. I'm in love with Ireland. Absolutely in love.
And that feeling of love was about to get even more intense, because around the very next corner, the greatest car park known to man came into view.
My goodness.
My goodness indeed, because this is Cumminall Beach, a stunningly wild and unspoilt shoreline where you can sit, reset, and take in Ireland's dramatic Dingle Peninsula.
I can't actually believe that you're allowed to drive down here. There is a road going down to the beach. Oh my God! 2 scrap cars have made it to the most westerly point of Ireland.
This is honestly fantastic, and I'm starting to like my little Tigra.
Oh, are you?
I am, yeah. I think this is a great little car.
Should we go explore?
We should, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
This is great.
Yeah. Let's just stay here for the rest of the time.
Cumminall Beach is also only half a mile away from Dunmore Head, filming location of The Last Jedi. So if you're into Star Trek and good views, it's also definitely worth visiting.
I'm practically idling my way up this hill because of my swells and swathes and waves of torque.
Yeah, same. This is so powerful, this car. Also, I've noticed that since removing the roof, this car does not have a single bit of scuttle shake. It's like a Boxster or a Honda S2000. Very stiff chassis.
Well, I'm so glad that we visited here, because this is like one of the coolest places I've ever been.
With Ireland's most westerly point ticked off, it was now time to take our scrap cars south, which meant taking a little detour to another bucket list driving road.
So we have now made it onto Connor Pass, which is one of Ireland's highest mountain passes with a maximum altitude of 1,500 feet.
I genuinely cannot describe this scenery. I have never been anywhere like this in my life. This place must be absolutely seething with car enthusiasts in the summer, because it's just incredible.
Which got me thinking,
This or Scotland?
I think the only thing that is a negative about coming here over Scotland is the cost of the ferry. But you know what? I'm not fussed. I think Ireland, genuinely, the people are amazing. And I'm not saying Scottish people aren't amazing. I think this just does it a little bit better.
Do you know what? I think I'll actually agree with you. The Irish charm and their crack, you just can't beat it. So for that reason, I would also say that a road trip in Ireland is probably more satisfying as a car enthusiast than a road trip in Scotland. Apologies to everyone in Scotland, but I think Ireland just pips it for me now. Coming here with, Taylor, Rory and videographer Jay and whoever else might come on trips with us makes me so excited to come back again as a holiday maker tourist with my family, with my wife and my daughter and my dog. My dog Maisie would love this, because I just want them to experience all of this beauty, all of this scenery like I have here, and for them to get an appreciation of Ireland like I really do now. So now that Connor Pass is pretty much behind us, we are heading to the most southerly point of Ireland, which is Brow Head. Are you excited for that, Tay?
I'm very excited. I just hope this weather holds out so I can keep my top off.
And so that's exactly what we did, following the N70 south before joining the N71 to beautiful Brow Head and its signal tower.
So from the most westerly point of Ireland, we have now made it to the most southerly point of Ireland. Welcome everybody to Browhead Watchtower.
The signal tower you see here is a 3-storey ruin built in 1804, and the reason it exists was to defend Ireland against the French, after they attempted to invade shortly before. It's steeped in history and is one of the very last ruins that you can explore completely unencumbered, so is again another destination to mark on your Ireland road trip hit list.
And that is now the end of the road trip for these cars, which, remember, should have been scrapped. And we have been exploring Ireland's west coast, south coast, Dublin. We are only scratching the surface of what Ireland has to offer. And I, for one, am really excited to come back. What about you?
This has been the most scenic and amazing road trip we've been on, I think.
Yeah.
The scenery has been absolutely incredible. And for something that I didn't like when we started this trip, I've grown a bit of feelings for this car. It's not a good car to drive, but it's got a little space in my heart.
Indeed. Yeah, and as for me with the Skoda Fabia 1.9 PD, aka Ralph, you know I always love a high mileage hero, and this is one of the best of them. But yeah, from us, thank you very much for watching this. And if you've done the NC 500 and if you've gone to the Nürburgring and you've done epic road trips and stuff, then make sure that Ireland is definitely on your wish list of places to go to, because we've been absolutely blown away. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, come visit Ireland, it's fantastic.
It just goes to show that you don't need to spend £1 million and have a really fast car to enjoy a road trip. You can do it in something a bit shit, because it's about spending time with your mates and enjoying the local scenery, and I'm doing all of that.